Well, hello, this is Mike from Music City. Welcome to my latest installment of what I'm calling Unboxing, although there's really not a box here today, but we've got something really, really special, something I've been very excited to see hit my front porch, and that is the legendary 1979 No Nukes concert by Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. I mean, wow. What a fabulous document this turns out to be in the Springsteen archives. Amazing, amazing. It was 42 years ago, and what we had was a benefit concert for the No Nukes movement at Madison Square Garden in New York City, and I think there was several nights. I'm looking here at some of my information, the 19th through the 23rd, and Springsteen played 2 nights. He played on Friday the 21st and Saturday the 22nd. And guess what? I was there. I went to both of them, and it was pretty amazing to be there. But, you know, they made a No Nukes film. And, you know, really what surprises me was that Springsteen fans weren't waiting for bated breath for someday for the complete concert to come out. You know, there were just 2 songs in the No Nukes movie that came out. I guess about 2 years after the concert, but yeah, 81 it came out. I can't remember exactly which, but they went back, and Tom Zimmy, who has been doing most of the Springsteen video work, put it together. So in addition to this, which I held up earlier, is the double vinyl set. It's out on Blu-ray and DVD, and here is the Blu-ray. There's no way to get the Blu-ray or the DVD alone. You get them with the CD. With the CDs. So I think people who wanted to get the vinyl and the Blu-ray or the vinyl and the DVD are a little disappointed, but you know, you don't have to pay that much extra. This was only in somewhat a $30 range. But man, I mean, I tell you something, it's just, it is Bruce and the E Street Band in fine form. I mean, January 1st of 79, they played the final show of the Darkness on the Edge of Town tour. Then later on in 1979, they went in the studio in Manhattan and the record plant to record The River. And so they just made the trip downtown when they were asked by, you know, Jackson Browne, John Hall, the guys putting together the No Nukes to play. And they did just that. It's just remarkable. And, you know, interesting. I got a lot to say. I don't know where how I'm going to organize all my thoughts on it, but here's the program from that night, and it was interesting because, you know, this was a political statement, you know, that these artists were making, and Bruce at the time, you know, really just didn't know how he was going to approach things political. Very different than, of course, the way he is today. But interestingly enough, while he did lend his support and play, while most artists in the program made some political statement about how they felt about nuclear energy, Springsteen, all he got was the picture of he and Clarence in the program without comment. During the show, I believe he just thanked the organizers for asking him and really just did not comment on the subject whatsoever. So let it be. Now, one of the things too, you know, I watched this thing and I was just totally blown away. If you put this together with the Hammersmith Odeon 1975 video that came in the Born to Run box set, we've got 2 just incredible live Springsteen performances. I mean, like I said, the band was just really, you know, at their top form. And Bruce turned 30 years old at their second show. When the clock hit, was the first show when the clock hit midnight. It was his birthday, or I think that I may be off on that, but whatever. He celebrated his 30th birthday that night, and it was kind of weird because I did keep notes at the time, and the 2 things that I noticed in my notes, I was really surprised. Well, one I was surprised, one I wasn't, but the surprise was that Bruce didn't come on till 11:30. Now, they only played a 90-minute set, which was down for the close to 3 hours they were playing on the Darkness tour because you had a lot of other artists on the bill, so it was kind of odd to be out till 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, to be at Madison Square Garden that late. And the other thing is that in my notes that all these other artists that had come on for Bruce had to deal with these really rude New Jersey fans who during their sets, all they did yell was, "Bruce, Bruce, Bruce." and it got a little tiresome, and it was disrespectful. So you have that. Now, here's my poster from that night, which I proudly have displayed in my room. Same as the program. I probably got a T-shirt, which I didn't dig out of the attic. Now, we'll be back up a little bit. There is the Bruce Springsteen Archive series, where every month or so they're releasing live concerts and selling them online. And if you don't know about this, man, just go to Bruce's page, check him out, Bruce's webpage. But they did release both No Nukes shows back in 2018, both complete 90-minute sets. And this has since been discontinued. And I know some people who are disappointed who bought it digitally and were using the Nugs app. Well, they took it away when this was going to come out. So a little bit of a collector's item here. You won't be able to buy this again. Now, the 90-minute sets each night only differed very slightly in terms of the closing encores. The first night, he closed out with a Detroit medley and then a quick version of the Buddy Holly classic Rave On. The second night, he did Quarter to Three. Now, what's interesting about how they put this live record and the video together was you got all the songs that were played, but the video is sort of a combination of both nights. And that gets a little odd at times because you've got Bruce basically wearing two different outfits. He's got a gray sport jacket on one night, and then he's got a black shirt on the other night. Well, while that may bother you a little bit, but you got to understand that they were recording this on film. And one of the things you'll read in the liner notes, there's a great, the story in the liner notes is written by one of the men on the camera crew, and talking about how, when you're filming with film, you've got 9 minutes before you got to take out that film and load it again. So it's remarkable that they were able to piece together as much as they did. It's just fantastic. And here's the funny part. When I watched it, there was only one thing that, outside of the different uniforms, the clothes is changing. I got over that. But there's just one time where I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe this!" And that's during Jungle Land when Steve Van Zandt does his great guitar solo. The camera was only on him for about 3 seconds, and I said, "Oh God, how did they screw that up?" And not realizing, I hadn't read the liner notes yet. And in the liner notes, when he talks about how they had to load the film and everything, he apologizes to Steve Van Zandt for messing that, not catching the guitar solo on film. So I thought that was kind of interesting. If we look inside, pictures of Bruce and Clarence. This is the CD DVD package. There is, you notice this little Ticketmaster envelope, and they actually give you a facsimile ticket stub. But here's my original Madison Square Garden ticket stub. I don't know how I got to keep that whole thing intact somehow, but I was on a row O on the floor, and for a price of $18.50. Don't even remember how I got my tickets or the story behind that. Then you've got the discs, kind of got the album cover shot there, and the booklet here in the CD is similar to what you'll see in a bigger scale inside the vinyl set, with really some nice pictures of the night. And I mentioned that write-up by the person from the camera team. We're going to take a look at the vinyl in a second, but I started thinking, what is this all about? It's 42 years. So what could have been released? This is 1979 to 2021, 42 years. What could have been released back in 1979 that would have been 42 years earlier, and what it would have felt like? Well, the best I could come up with would have been a Benny Goodman live concert, like Benny Goodman live at Carnegie Hall or something like that. He was one of the big stars of the year. So can you imagine how little we would have cared in 1979 if a Benny Goodman record came out? So maybe you can imagine how some young people feel about this today. But there's the front of the record. We've seen that. There's the back. Nice shot of Bruce. There's the gray jacket I mentioned. The other shots are in a black shirt. I don't know if we have any pictures of those, but here on the inside again, similar to what you see in the CD. You do get, on the album, you get a big poster. it is folded. You'll have to deal with that. But again, off the album cover, very nice. I heard Bruce say it. He said he apologized that Roy missed the photo. They cut Roy out of the photo. Roy Benton, the keyboard player, but everybody else is there. And again, this is special to what Bruce made special mention, and it's special to all of us that we're missing Danny Federici and Clarence Clemens, who are no longer with us, who both played that night. Here's the sleeve for the record, and the vinyl is nice, has a nice picture on the label as well. And then we'll show you that the big booklet. Here's the bigger version of the booklet, front and back. And again, same pictures inside that we saw for the CD. Very nice package, though. Here's a great shot of Bruce walking down the streets of New York back in around circa 1979. He's got that river look, doesn't he? Well, that's it. But man, if you haven't gone out and spent your money yet, please go ahead and or at least get it on your Christmas list. There are some snippets out there on YouTube that you can watch just to see how exciting this is. My understanding, I think it is, somebody did tell me it is all out on Spotify to listen to, so go get it. Bruce Springsteen, the E Street Band, No Nukes concert 1979. Sure the highlight of my musical year. But thanks again. Hey, Mike from Music City signing off. Please like, share, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't been so already, and we'll be back at you with more stuff later on. Adios.